on a smoky, gross Thursday afternoon in Northeast Ohio. Everybody's got to stay inside. My kid's at camp. I'm like panicking that he's going to be choking on all this smoke. They told me they're taking precautions at the camp, and I don't know what the hell's going on, Dustin. The wildfires are coming in from Canada. It's like orange outside. The whole world is a mess. I don't like it.
I was outside this morning.
Yeah.
At I don't know, it was like 6:30. I was playing tennis this morning, and it was like dark when I was on the court, so I could not see the smoke or the haze in the air. And then I got off the court at like, I don't know, 8:30, and I'm like, what's going on? I'd heard about this yesterday that it was coming, and now, dude, it's like you go outside, it's like the end of the world.
I know. It's really disturbing.
It really is.
And, hopefully everybody's all right in Canada where this is, we had this, was it last year or the year before that there was a similar situation to this?
I don't remember when it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
definitely
so
creepy.
Before. Yeah, it is.
I know. I have a friend, some friends that were driving. I have a good friend of mine from college. Her and her boyfriend, they live in Utica, where I worked early in my career, and they had a wedding in Buffalo, but they decided to drive here to have dinner with us last night. So we met them on the east side.
Nice.
At a really cool place. It was called the Red Hawk Tavern.
Okay.
I want to make sure I'm saying I got that right, because it was a really nice place. We had a really nice waitress. Red Hawk Grill. I'd never been there before. Very cool place. If you're in that area, I highly recommend it. And it says it's in Concord, but I think it was, I don't know, whatever. It's right off of 90. Great location. But anyway, as she was driving here, she's like, "Do you guys have this smoke?" And I was like, "No, it's fine here." And I checked the air quality, and yesterday it said it was poor, but not too bad. But because in Buffalo and Niagara Falls it was really bad, but obviously the worst of it has now come here. So everybody, don't spend too much time outside. Especially don't be doing any like heavy exercise outside right now. Shouldn't be playing any sports outside at the moment. So
Yeah,
everybody be safe.
They canceled. So my daughter was supposed to have tennis this afternoon.
Yeah.
They canceled that. They moved my son's football indoors, so they're still doing that, but inside.
That's good.
And
yeah,
it's crazy. So yeah, be careful if you're out and about outside.
Yeah, I'm supposed to have a baseball practice Sunday. I'm hoping by then it'll be okay, but we'll see. Cottonwood Slim says, smoky here in Utah, but not as bad as described on the show. Man, I don't know what part of Canada this originated in.
Yeah, I don't really know the details about it or where it came from or all that stuff.
More than oh, wow, this is crazy. More than 800 Canadian wildfires burning as air quality alerts extend to U.S., including here. That's wild. This was
how do these fires start in Canada?
I'm not. Let's see. More. I'm going to read just a tiny bit of this article. More than 800 wildfires are burning across Canada, with air quality alerts now extending south into multiple U.S. states. The air quality in large parts of the northern states of Michigan and Minnesota is deemed hazardous by the U.S. Air Quality Index program, with people recommended to stay indoors. Alerts span the upper Midwest, the Great Lakes, and into the Northeast. The U.S. National Weather Service said in an update Thursday, there are currently 858 fires actively burning in Canada, including 30 new fires today, according to the Canadian Wildland Fire Information System. The vast majority of them are burning out of control, so it doesn't sound like this is going to end anytime soon. Wow. So let's hope for the best. They're worried about the World Cup on Sunday in New Jersey, which is,
well, yeah, of course.
Further, it's further south than here, but not, I guess not crazy further south than here. But anyway, yeah, I guess it started in Western Canada. Somebody's saying this is just wild. So everybody be safe out there. Don't spend as little time as possible. Speaking of darkness in the morning, did you hear what Congress passed yesterday?
About daylight savings?
Yeah.
I don't. It did pass. I didn't know.
Well, yeah. So like,
I know it was up for a vote.
Yeah, we know these days that there's nothing bipartisan, but this, in fact, was bipartisan. One of the rare bipartisan agreements. The majority of Congress, although not 100%, not even close, voted to keep us on this time. So the time we're on, obviously, we spring ahead, right? But now we're going to stay at this time the whole year. I like it, but apparently America did this a long time ago, and eventually we went back because it was so dark in the morning in the winter.
Well, yeah, it won't get light till like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, something like that. And if
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with it too, but it could be dangerous for kids going to school.
True. And also it'll be colder.
Yes,
it's going to school too.
Yeah, I mean it's good in the afternoons, evenings because we won't have it'll stay light till 6 instead of 5, which is a nice difference. But anyway, we'll see what happens with that. But yes, it did. I think it's now locked in there.
So it's official. It did pass. Like this is happening.
I believe so.
So like in the fall, we're not going to fall back.
I'll have to double check that to see if like all the I's have been dotted and the T's have been crossed, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Like living in Ohio, and you've lived here now for 15 years.
Yep, 16 almost.
So
almost no, that's wrong.
When
actually 2 days from now is my 15th anniversary. I don't know why I'm saying 16.
It's got to be precise.
Sorry. Go ahead.
In Ohio,
yeah,
and other like Midwest cities and whatnot, where it gets cold and in the wintertime, remember like when we used to work and it would be dark at like 5:15.
Yeah, sure.
Right. And it was so depressing. Like I have a hard time making it through the winter because the lack of sunlight at that time. Like the days are so short.
Yeah.
So this is good for that.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, if you got to be somewhere in the morning, it's not great. If you're someone who got to be somewhere in the afternoon, it is great. CLT Jeff says he still has to pass the Senate, so we'll see.
Okay. Well, like you said, most things are politicized. This seems like everyone's on the same page.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
So good.
All right. So there we go. That's the latest on that. And then, well, I guess it won't change anything this time of the year. It's just in the winter. All right, let's get to some sports here. We are still waiting for LeBron James to make a decision. LeBron was on today was the day he thought there was a good chance. LeBron was on his podcast today with Tyrese Halliburton, and the first thing Tyrese Halliburton said is, "LeBron, have you made your decision?" And LeBron said, "I thought we already talked about this, like behind the scenes." Like he wasn't answering the question. So if he was going to do it today, I assume he would have done it on his podcast. So I'm going to assume, you sometimes assume, you make an ass out of you and me. Mm-hmm. We'll find out. But I'm assuming LeBron is not going to announce it today because he didn't announce it on his podcast with Tyrese Halliburton. He's doing some other media things, some of his own entities, some involved with other people over the next couple of days. So you'd think on one of these things he will announce it. But my guess was today. Now I don't think that's the case. LeBron James remains a free agent. And I think listen, in the end, if he signs with the Cavs, we'll all be happy. But I definitely think there's a level of frustration, fair or not. It's probably not fair because he has a right to take his time if he wants to. But I think there's a lot of anxiety and frustration building from the fans right now.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, fans want to know. The team, I'm sure, wants to know. The league would like to know. Now, listen, It's not quite as big a deal as it was back in 2014, and obviously not as big as it was in 2010 or whenever he left the first time,
or even 2018.
But it's still a big deal.
Yeah,
and it certainly affects the Eastern Conference in a large way. The balance of power is in the balance, if you will, right now. When it comes because Knicks, we know they're good. Sixers are making a push to try to get him, and
they already got Jaylen Brown.
Right.
The Heat got Giannis, so they've improved. Halliburton's going to be back this year, so Indiana will be good.
I really still. I
you
mean,
know.
everyone keeps saying like Golden State and all these call sheet things with the money, the prediction markets. I don't know, man.
I'm not paying attention to that nonsense. I
I'm
don't
just
buy it.
nuts. Well, I'm on the group chats with these guys who are degenerates.
Yeah. All right. Well,
so
let's see. Rex Gilbert says, forget about LeBron. He's not coming back to Cleveland. I don't buy that.
Okay.
I don't buy it. But at this point, we're just hoping. I think maybe some fans are trying to tell themselves that because they don't want to be disappointed, but you're going to be disappointed. And I'm not buying the people that saying they don't want him back. That's crazy. He gives them their best chance to win a championship. I don't know that they can win one even with LeBron, but he definitely gives them their best chance.
It's for sure the best chance. Yeah, agreed.
Owl Ponder says if he doesn't sign with the Cavs, the dude just isn't who we wish he all was. We all wish he was. Okay.
All right.
By the way, have you seen the preview for that new Will Ferrell show that just came out today about golf? It's getting terrible reviews.
I have not seen that. No.
I mean, Will Ferrell, when he first was big, I loved him. He hasn't been as good lately, but I was looking forward to this show, but it's just getting destroyed. The reviews are awful.
What's it called?
The Hawk.
The Hawk. Okay.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, I believe.
Did I ask you about the movie The Invite?
Yeah, you asked me if I saw it. I haven't seen it yet.
I think I'm going tonight.
Oh, good. I was thinking about going to the movies too, maybe.
I mean, there's nothing to do outside because of the weather. No. So, I think I'm just going to take Sarah, and I've got my 16-year-old daughter tonight, so she wants to go see it.
Dude, I just binge watched a show that you're not a big TV guy, but if you wanted to watch it, it's a good one. You'd probably like it. It's called I Will Find You.
Oh, my brother said that was good.
Yeah. It was really good. Limited series on Netflix. It was like 30, I think they were 30 or 40-minute episodes. I just flew through it because it was really intense. Really intense. Good show.
Good.
Anyway, let's talk about the Browns for a minute. Obviously, training camp, about 2 weeks away at this point, a little less than 2 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
There's an interesting column on ESPN, and I wanted to get your take and see if you were buying it. So Bill Barnwell, who I certainly don't agree with on everything, but in fact, I think he was the one that called the Aaron Donald trade a C for the Rams, the Myles Garrett trade. But he wrote this column that I thought was interesting, 2026 NFL trade tiers, players worth round one picks by a team. In other words, it's how much talent you have on your roster, how many players could you trade and in theory get a first round pick, whether you'd be willing to trade them or not. So for the Browns, this is what he's got. Let's see, North. Browns, here we go. 1 first round pick and more. Jared Verse. He says the Browns could get multiple, at least 1 first round pick, maybe 2 for Jared Verse. I don't know I think he's crazy on that one. You think you get multiple first round picks? You just had to give up a first round pick, a second round pick, and a third round pick with Jared Verse to get Myles Garrett. Now I understand Myles Garrett is one of one, but still, I don't think you can get multiple first-round picks for Jared Verse. Not that they would trade him, of course. But what do you think?
No chance.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No chance.
He then says you could get 1 first-round pick for the guy you just drafted in the first round, Spencer Fano, the guy you just drafted in the first round last year, Mason Graham, or the guy you drafted early in the second round last year, Carson Schlesinger. Do you believe the Browns could get a first-round pick if they tried to trade any of those 3 guys right now?
Schlesinger, maybe. Yeah, and not even maybe. I think yes. Yeah. I think yes.
Even though he's not a pass rushing linebacker, really?
Yeah, but dude, I mean,
he's so good.
This guy, I think, has the upside of a Luke Kuechly type of guy. And Kuechly's going to the Hall of Fame this year.
Right. You're correct.
And I'm not putting the cart before the horse, not saying Carson Schlesinger is going to be a Hall of Famer, far from it. However, he's got a lot of the same traits. He's always around the football. He's super intelligent and very athletic and just tough. Like if someone could offer like 2 first-round picks for this guy, I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't do it for 2 first-round picks?
Okay, maybe 2.
Wow.
But
yeah.
You know
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's
he's worth. I get it. There'd be no reason to really to trade him, but I don't even know. It's weird because of the position. I'm not sure you can get a first-round pick, but he's so good and so young. You're probably right. Spencer Fano just got drafted high. Obviously, you can get a first-round pick for him. I'm not sure about Mason Graham, even though he was a top 10 pick last year. He was good as a rookie. He wasn't elite. Doesn't mean he can't get better. Obviously, that's a position where sometimes it takes time to develop, but I'm not sure. He just, on the just missing out chart, he had Harold Fannin Jr. and Denzel Ward. Denzel Ward, I think because of age and concussions, you couldn't get a first-round pick for him. As good as Fannin is, I don't think you could get a first-round pick for him.
No way.
Yeah, so there you go. Now, real quick on the rest of the division, let's see if we agree here. For the Ravens, he said you could get 2 first-round picks and more for Lamar Jackson. Obviously, we would agree on that.
For sure, yeah.
He said you could get 2 first-round picks for Kyle Hamilton. I don't buy that. Now I know
again, Adam. I don't follow the Ravens as much as
well, he's really good, but like Jamal Adams,
I know he's really good, but like what safety's getting 2 first-round picks?
Jamal Adams is the only one, and I think that was a mistake, obviously, even though he's a good player. So I think you get a first-round pick for Kyle Hamilton. He says you can get a first-round pick for Zay Flowers, a guard they just drafted whose name I can't pronounce, and a cornerback, Nate Wiggins. I don't know enough about the other 2 guys. You could get a first-round pick for Zay Flowers. He's very good, not elite, but he's young. I agree with that. For the Bengals, he says you can get 4 first-round picks for Joe Burrow. You said you even with Joe Burrow's injury history, I wouldn't trade him for anything. You could offer me 6 first-round picks. I wouldn't.
He could offer the entire team, and I'd say no.
He says you can get 2 first-round picks for Jamar Chase. I agree with that. What do you say about that? 2 firsts for Jamar?
Yeah, and I would do that tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, if they said to the Browns, although the Browns don't have a quarterback, so maybe that's a little weird, but yeah. If you're a team with a quarterback, you're giving up 2 first-round picks for Jamar. Yeah. And he says you can get 1 first-round pick for T. Higgins, Dexter Lawrence, and cornerback DJ Turner. Lawrence, the Bengals just gave up a first-round pick. Higgins, I buy 1 first-round pick. Turner, I'm not sure. And finally, the Steelers, he lists 7 guys that they could get a first-round pick for. Keanu Benton, a defensive tackle. Troy, I can't pronounce his name, offensive tackle. Zach Frazier, center. Derek Harmon, defensive tackle. Nick Herbig, edge, and Joey Porter Jr. I mean, I don't know. That's a lot of guys.
A lot of names and a lot of guys that I'm not sure exactly how
don't know enough. I mean, I've heard of most of them, if not all of them.
Right.
I think the offensive tackle is the guy they drafted this year, but I don't know. Anyway, it was an interesting exercise there. The Guardians return to action tomorrow. All-Star break over. Parker Messick, Cade Smith both did a good job as the American League won the All-Star game. Guardians begin the second half of the season, even though we've played more than half the games, with a 7-game homestand. They'll play more than 7 days in a row. They actually are playing 13 days in a row starting tomorrow. Their next day, after today, their next day off will be on Thursday, July 30th. They have 3 with Pittsburgh and then 4 with Minnesota at home. Then they go to Tampa for 3 and go to Cincinnati for 3. In fact, the Guardians will only leave the state of Ohio once, and that's to go to Tampa between now and August the 6th. That's pretty nice right there.
It's a very, very favorable schedule.
Yeah, they've got 13 in their next 19 games. 13 are at home, 3 are in Cincinnati, and 3 are in Tampa Bay. Obviously, Tampa's playing great. Pittsburgh's playing decent. Minnesota's okay. Cincinnati's been terrible. The Mets have been terrible. They got them coming up. So that's what's happening there. Finally, the World Cup. You talked about England.
Oh, what an amazing game yesterday between Argentina and England. England, obviously, they score in the second half. Like, I think they scored like within the first 10 minutes of the start of the second half. And they had the lead until golly, I mean, it was like 80 something minutes to go, or 80 minutes on the clock, less than 10 to go in
Right.
regulation. Argentina ties it up 1-1.
Yeah.
And then they scored another goal within a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
And then held on for victory to win 2-1. They scored 2 goals in 6 minutes.
That's nuts.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible.
And you see the third place match between England and France, right, is Saturday.
Yeah.
And then the championship is 3 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Spain and Argentina. We just had the odds up there, if you guys can bring that back up. Argentina made that comeback. Spain is obviously a big favorite in the World Cup. I think I saw that we had it up at plus 130, and Argentina was like plus. Yeah, there we go. Spain plus 130, a tie plus. So if it's a tie and goes into penalty kicks, you win with the tie, right?
Yeah, but you can do just to win.
Okay, yeah, right.
As they have, like, typically it's just to advance once they get to the knockout rounds.
Yeah,
and then you take out the draw, you take out regulation. It's just like who's going to win the match.
So and Argentina's plus 260. What's the bet? What's the bet here if you're making a bet?
I don't, dude. It's hard.
Here's the straight to win, as you said. Spain minus 159, Argentina plus 125.
You got to take Spain.
They're that much better?
I think so. I think fundamentally and just technically they play as a team. I think that Argentina's got some firepower, and they certainly have Messi, who is the best player in the game still at his age. And that's something to not be, listen, it's crazy. I did a little research last night.
Mm-hmm.
So in the history of the World Cup, did you know that there's only been 2 teams that have been World Cup back-to-back, one World Cup back-to-back?
I did not know that. Who were those 2 teams?
It was in the 30s, and I think it was the 60s or 70s.
Yeah. This is on the men's side, of course.
Yeah.
So who were the countries that won it those times? Do you know?
I do. It was Italy in 1934.
Yeah.
And 1938.
All right.
And Brazil in 1958 and 1962.
Huh.
So it just shows you how difficult it is to win consecutive titles. It only happened twice in the history of the sport.
Okay.
Or in the history of this World Cup.
And wasn't this was the same matchup as last year, right?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay. Hold on. Here we go.
Not last year, 4 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. No, it was not. Wait a second.
It was Argentina and France.
Argentina and France. So Spain is not winning back-to-back here.
No, I'm talking about Argentina.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm sorry. Jeez. Spain last won in 2010. No. Yes, Spain last won in 2010. Spain hasn't even been in the top 4 since 2010. So there you go. When's the last you got? Was the last time a North American team won?
Great question.
Never. No, I mean, there's only 3 countries: U.S., Mexico, and Canada.
There you go.
And none of the 3 have ever won. The U.S. finished 3rd in the first ever World Cup in 1930. We've never made the Final 4 since. I don't know if Canada or Mexico have ever made it to the Final 4. I'm scanning through this quickly. It doesn't look like it. No, I don't think so, unless I somehow missed it. But there you go. Yeah, it's usually South American countries or European countries that are in the Final 4, with almost no exception. In 2002, Turkey and South Korea finished 3rd and 4th. But for the most part, it's Europe and South America that finish all in the top 4 spots for the World Cup, with very few exceptions.
It is exciting to watch this, though. I mean, with America bounced,
Yeah.
You would think that I wouldn't even have any interest at all.
Right.
However, there's nothing on. And I've been watching
Yeah.
like a lot of matches. And so
Yeah.
I'm just kind of in it.
All right.
And I'm not saying I'm going to like fall in love with soccer. That's not going to happen.
But you like this event.
But this event's been fun.
Yep.
And honestly, dude, it's kind of a big deal because it's the entire world is paying attention to this.
Yeah, that's true. And the next World Cup in 2030 will be the 100th anniversary of the first one. And it's going to take place in Morocco, Portugal, and Spain. Just like this year was Canada, Mexico, U.S. Next 4 years from now will be Morocco, Portugal, and Spain. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
All right, thanks everybody for joining us today. Sorry for the technical difficulties that got us on late. Mapcat says he's listening in from Lakeland, Florida, and they don't have smoky skies there. Good
no,
for
but
you.
they've got some heat down there in Lakeland, Florida.
Oh my God, it's hot here. I can imagine.
I went through 3 T-shirts today in tennis this morning because it was so sweaty.
Yeah, I mean you can cut it with a knife. The humidity right now.
Oh yeah,
it's really hot. All right, folks, everybody stay safe out there. Love you all. Thanks for joining us. We will be back on Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. next week. Thanks to Alex and Levi for producing today, and thanks to all of you for watching and listening. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button and join us every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. live. Where else but with us and Bet Rivers. We'll see you later, everybody.